He told me I was so small. I told him what I mean.
The last 2 years I've been working so hard to be the best artist that I can be in terms of songwriting, production, and directing my music videos. And sometimes you can just be inside a little bubble in your studio or at home making music. So it's really amazing just to know that people are listening and people care, and just to be here amongst such wonderful artists as well.
Oh, they told me nothing new, but I love to read the words you use. These are the things we lost, the things we lost in the fire, fire, fire.
I think people come to singer-songwriters with certain expectations and maybe judgments, and I don't know, I just kind of, the thought of it kind of all being centred around me sort of made me feel a bit awkward, and I wanted to be able to experiment and try out different sounds, and initially Bastille was going to be quite sort of an anonymous thing, and it was just, when I first put it online, it was just a logo and some songs, and yeah, I just wanted to be in a band. You know, it's so much more fun.
You make me sleep so badly, visible friend. Turn the dial on my words, I can feel them fall short. Turn the dial.
I think there's nothing beats conversation and word of mouth and having some good friends or music folks that are, you know, kind of really passionate about music. And, you know, I don't know, I have a lot of people who like to swap recommendations with me, and they very rarely disappoint. So I think that's my first point. I always like to talk to my mates or friends of friends or...
So set me free, Stereophonics, yes, you come on, pretty baby, take a chance on me. I said shame on me, cause I didn't see that you were looking at me, baby, by the Ferris wheel.
It's been great, you know, we had a good run with Graffiti on the Train and this record, and it's really brought in like a massive new audience. You know, you go away to, whether, like Richard said, whether it's the Middle East or Copenhagen or, you know, strange places which we never really play a great deal, and the 16, 17-year-old kids have just discovered the band through C'est La Vie, and they think that's our only song, and then they discover there's 8 other albums. So it's great that the old fans who's followed us from the beginning, you know, love the new stuff, but it's great that it's picking up new people as well. So it's been brilliant.
The mother we share will never keep your proud head from falling. The way is long, but you can make it easy on me. And the mother we share will never keep our cool.
I guess my parents aren't musicians, but my household was quite musical when I was growing up, so we were listening to a lot of different things, and I started playing piano when I was a kid, and then played drums in bands in high school and university. And when I met Ian, I was playing keyboard and singing in another band. And yeah, I guess my downfall is that I can't really play guitar very well at all. But I often find that people who can play piano can play drums quite well, like, or vice versa.
I'm saying what's the shame on you? Where you go when it's a shame on you?
Well, they wouldn't know what we were eating at the time, or drinking at the time, or the conversations that we had at the time.
There's a lot of stuff in the album that's probably written on the album that you know, we could explain, but we didn't want to explain it. You know what I mean?
I think it's best, you know, a lot of the time for us anyway, just leaving it to the audience, let them decide what it is, you know, let them take something away from it.
Hop the fences, steal the cars, run on fumes and from the law, and burn for us right through the fall.
Once I had 5 songs to do, we came down to Baltimore here, Baltimore, West Cork. Some of them I had an idea of what to do, but most of them we really were just sitting in a room kind of figuring them out and working all day and all night and just falling into bed with my headphones on listening to what we'd done.
Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your light. I'll tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless death, the good God, let me give you my life.
Our bar is a cool spot. It's very, very comfy, very cozy, and they have a lot of good live music there. In fact, I was just before I kind of went on tour, they were asking me if I could play a gig there, but things were just too hectic. It's a cool spot if you're in Bray. You know, it's definitely one of the nice spots to visit.